So throughout my time during school, I got involved in a ton of extracurriculars and really got invested in my campus community. And this involvement and active investment in my community really informed how I approached my time as a student, an advocate, and a person after I graduated university. Not to say you're not a person during university, but what I mean is when you're a big kid, I guess. I'm going to shut up now before I make a fool of myself. This interest and involvement in my community or my campus got me interested in the subject called civic engagement. Now, civic engagement seems like a subject that isn't related to universities and is all for people who are involved in politics. But civic engagement is equally as important for students in high school, colleges, and universities. Now, civic engagement and student life can go hand in hand and complement each other really well. From my experiences being super involved throughout my undergrad and also meeting other students who are super involved throughout their undergrad, civic engagement and civically engaged students are really important. So today I want to define what civic engagement and what student life are, how they can be combined, and why it's important for us to think about cultivating civic engagement on campuses and in schools. So student life is basically the full picture or full experience of being a student. It ranges from programs to classes to social events to meeting friends to figuring out what you want to do with your life to getting involved in extracurriculars to working during the summers or part-time during the school year to graduating and being employed afterwards. It's all those different factors. It's important to define it broadly like this because while your classes are important, the rest of your experiences during school are important as well, and civic engagement will weave directly into that. Also, you grow as a person, not just in your classes, but everything that happens outside of your classes too. So that's student life. So we can define civic engagement really broadly as basically people getting involved in their communities to advocate on issues that they care about. Civically engaged citizens are extremely important to society. Yes, they vote, and that's important, but they also do a number of other things. They're the ones who advocate for the issues that we may not know about or may not be paying attention to, and they're also the people that tell us about what's going on. They try to address problems in various ways, whether through lobbying, through building relationships, through raising funds, or in a number of other methods. They're aware of what's going on in the world and the issues that are important to the day. They develop empathy to understand what other people are going through, and they work to solve problems and make the world a better place for all of us. Student life and civic engagement combined is the conscious effort of cultivating students to be civically engaged and to address the problems that they care about. This is sometimes referred to as youth civic engagement, but I prefer to call it student civic engagement or civically engaged students. I feel like that's a little bit better of a reflection. Also, there are mature students, and this angle is specifically about using school as an avenue to get involved civically. But whatever you want to call it, that's the idea. Taking the opportunities of being a student, combining that with civic engagement. So this might be the environmental science student who is volunteering with sustainability organizations, or the engineering student who writes a blog on ethical infrastructure development. This could also be the law student who volunteers with a political candidate that is a huge advocate for human rights legislation. The idea is that a civically engaged student is one that is contributing to a better campus, community, and society while they're being a student, and sometimes even using their role as a student to further that contribution. Now this is important because your time during school can be a phenomenal opportunity for you to contribute to something greater than you and also figure out what you're about and what issues matter to you. It's also an opportunity to develop deep knowledge and skills in those different areas, as you can test out different roles and opportunities in more entry-level roles, so you can have a wide variety of experiences and really figure out what you're about. Civically engaged students are almost always students who continue to be involved even after they graduate. Most students who I met who are civically engaged on campus have continued to be civically engaged no matter where they are. They donate, they volunteer, they educate themselves on specific issues, they educate others on specific issues, and some even work in those issue-specific fields. So with this combination, we can now start looking at schools and the role of a student as an opportunity to cultivate future leaders, civically engaged citizens, and people who contribute to a better community and society. So civic engagement and student life might seem like two completely separate ideas, but they go hand in hand and when combined can be really beneficial for students, for schools, and for society overall. I mean, in a way, this YouTube channel was also started with this idea in mind, hence why it's called The Civic Student. And yes, I will keep talking about being a student and all the advice I have there, but I also want to talk about this role of civic engagement and being a civically engaged student. It's cheesy, but I fundamentally believe that getting involved during university can be one of the best things for you and for your community and for pretty much the entire world. The more people we have contributing to a better society, the better it will be. So this was more of an explanation video, and I'll talk more about civically engaged students and civic engagement in future videos, but I wanted to introduce the idea to you and sort of get you started on that journey. So I hope that helps, and I hope you start thinking about getting involved in your campuses down the road. So if you are a student and getting involved in something, leave a comment below and let us know. And if you're interested in getting involved in some way, leave a comment as well and share some of the ideas that you have. Whether it's a specific issue or a specific field, maybe you want to volunteer with certain candidates or you want to address certain legislation. Whatever it is, leave a comment and share it with us. I'd love to hear about it. Okay, that's it for me. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you hated the video, give it a thumbs down. Either way, let me know what you think. As always, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.